This is a plain old keyboard, pure and simple. You use it to type and play. It might even have some clicky mechanical buttons, and you could even have some RGB thrown in there for good measure. But how do you take that to the next level in terms of visuals? Well, keycaps of course, and today we have 2 full sets of keycaps and a bunch of smaller add-ons to play around with, courtesy of Tai-Hao. So, the number one question many people ask is, are the custom keycap sets worth it? Are they going to change the way my keyboard sounds, how it feels, and most importantly, how it plays? Well, we've been using the sets mainly on our AlphaVise V2 with full RGB, as well as with the GameSir GK300 with the white monochrome LEDs. We've even replaced a few keys on our Razer Chroma V2 to see how the caps look and behave when put on different switches and in different configurations. Tai-Hao has a massive amount of different colored options to choose from, but we decided to go with a popular choice. For our black keyboards, we went with the PBT black and red keycaps, and for our space gray keyboard, we went with the ABS blue and pink option. To further spice things up, we added the special Tai-Hao backlit rubber keycaps and a few blank or special character ones, like these dice and poker themed ones. Both the red and black and the blue and pink sets come in a variety of different configurations for different layouts of keyboards. The safest bet would be to take the full 104 cap set, so you have that flexibility should you ever buy a smaller or a bigger keyboard in the future. The red rubber set comes with 18 caps to cover the arrow buttons, WASD, the letters E, R and F, as well as the numbers from 1 to 6. The pink is much the same, plus the letters Z, X, C and V for a total of 22 caps. As for the quality of the keycaps themselves, they're actually pretty great. They are completely seamless and well designed with a nice clean font that doesn't go overboard with the gaming aesthetic. After a couple of weeks of intense usage, they showed no signs of any wear and they should hold up for as long as you want to use them. What's more, they are very easy to clean and rarely ever accumulate any dirt. The rubber caps, on the other hand, will probably degrade at some point during prolonged usage, but I found them to be durable enough to conclude that this wouldn't be a problem for quite a long time. They're also a bit more susceptible to dirt accumulation, but this shouldn't be an issue if you clean your keyboard every now and then. But this isn't the primary reason anyone's going to want to buy these. And don't get me wrong, these are high quality keycaps, but it ultimately all comes down to the aesthetics. And as you can see, they're an absolute eye candy and well worthy of having. The full 104 keycap set costs around $30 while the rubber set anywhere from $15 to $25 depending on the set and the number of caps. This means that you can basically cover your entire keyboard in a literal explosion of color for less than $50. While the regular sets aren't backlit, the rubber ones are, and they complement each other to create an awesome aesthetic no matter the keyboard you put them on. If you want to further spice things up, you can always use the blank keys or special character ones to add more personality to your keyboard. Anyhow, Tai-Hao has enough mutually color matching options to choose from, so you can mix and match them to your absolute liking. When it comes to actually using the caps and how they feel, this will entirely depend on you, your preferences, and for which purpose you use the keyboard the most. Should you decide to put on the full keycap set without the rubber ones on your keyboard, there's not going to be much of a difference, and the only thing I can mention is that the presses sounded just a little bit different than with the original caps. It's not something that's readily apparent, and definitely not something that bothered me in the slightest. With the rubber keycaps on the other hand, you will definitely feel the difference. First up, they feel absolutely great to use. They are the cap equivalent of the fidget spinner, because you'll be touching them non-stop to feel how grippy they are, whether or not you're actually using the keyboard. They won't hinder or improve your gaming performance unless your fingers are prone to heavy sweating, which could cause some accidental slip-offs. One thing that I have to mention is that it does feel a bit strange at first when using the keyboard for typing. This is mainly due to your fingers transitioning between the smooth, regular keycaps and the grippy rubber ones. However, this is only noticeable when first beginning to use the keycap combination, and after a short adjustment period, you shouldn't feel any difference whatsoever. Another small issue with the rubber keycaps is that they don't show any special signs and symbols that you find on the regular ones. So if you don't know where the exclamation point or the hashtags are by heart, you have to press them to test them. This didn't exactly bother me personally, but it could bother you. Even when I did have to take a shot in the dark with a certain character, I found the awesome looks of my keyboard far outweighed this small inconvenience. All in all, do we feel like the Tai-Hao keycap sets are worth it and should you buy them? While they might not have any real practical use, they look absolutely stunning and we feel like they are well worth it for that alone. The sets we used in this video had people who've seen them blown away by how transformative they are and how they can turn a fairly regular keyboard into a true centerpiece of any PC setup.